the chilling Chronicles of Valak in the old Abbey. In the heart of the French countryside stood the remains of St. Augustine's Abbey, a crumbling relic of faith and despair. The villagers whispered about the Abbey's dark past, of priests who disappeared without a trace, and the sinister presence of Valak, a demon said to haunt its halls. Charlotte, an ambitious journalist with a penchant for the supernatural, dismissed the stories as local legend. Determined to uncover the truth, she ventured to the Abbey one overcast afternoon, armed with a camera and a tape recorder. As she approached the Abbey, a chilling wind swept through the air, rustling the barren trees. The building loomed ahead, its stone walls weathered and stained with time. The towering steeple was cracked, its bell silenced long ago. Yet Charlotte felt drawn to it, a magnetic pull she couldn't explain. The heavy wooden doors creaked open, revealing the Abbey's cavernous interior. Dust motes floated in the dim light streaming through fractured stained glass. The air was thick, almost suffocating, with a scent of decay and something else, something metallic, like blood. Charlotte's footsteps echoed as she explored the nave. Her camera clicked, capturing images of the forgotten pews and an altar draped in tattered cloth. She approached the altar, noticing symbols carved into the wood. They were jagged and unfamiliar, almost pulsating with an unseen energy. Suddenly, the temperature plummeted. Charlotte's breath became visible, and an unnatural silence fell, as if the Abbey itself held its breath. Her tape recorder crackled to life, emitting a faint, otherworldly whisper. "Who trespasses here?" Charlotte spun around, her heart pounding. At the far end of the nave stood a figure cloaked in black, its face obscured by shadow. Two eyes, glowing faintly with malevolence, stared at her. "I'm just a journalist," Charlotte stammered. "I mean no harm." The figure moved closer without walking, gliding over the cold stone floor. As it neared, its face became visible, a pale, ghastly visage framed by a black habit. "Valak," Charlotte whispered, terror gripping her. The demon smiled, its teeth sharp and glinting in the dim light. "You seek truth, mortal? Then witness it." The Abbey warped around her. The walls bled dark ichor, and the stained glass depicted scenes of suffering and torment. Screams filled the air, disembodied voices crying for salvation. Charlotte fell to her knees, clutching her head as the cacophony overwhelmed her. She saw visions of the past, monks performing rituals to summon Valak, their greed for power sealing their doom. The Abbey became a prison for the demon, its dark energy corrupting all who entered. The visions ceased as abruptly as they began. Charlotte was back in the nave, but Valak loomed over her, its clawed hand reaching for her. "Your soul will feed my dominion," it hissed. Desperate, Charlotte grabbed a rosary from her pocket, clutching it tightly as she recited a prayer her grandmother had taught her. The words felt foreign on her tongue, but they spilled out in a rush. Valak recoiled, screeching as the rosary glowed with a blinding light. The Abbey shook violently, stones crumbling from the ceiling. "Leave this place," Valak roared, its form dissipating into smoke. Charlotte didn't need to be told twice. She fled the Abbey, narrowly avoiding falling debris. When she emerged into the cold twilight, the Abbey collapsed behind her, leaving only a smoldering ruin. Though she survived, Charlotte was never the same. Her photos were blurred, her recordings filled with static and whispers. But the glowing eyes of Valak haunted her dreams, a reminder that some truths are better left undiscovered.